me a blank screen. So let me just go ahead and just share the screen right away. So people don't be sitting there looking at a blank screen. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. And today we are in the revenue retention room in Clubhouse. We are live in a Facebook group, Create Financial Solution, and we're also live on YouTube. I am going to grab the link from YouTube and put it for those who are in the Clubhouse room. Um, I am just making sure that I can hear and everybody can see me and hear me. And then we're going to go ahead. If you have something that you want to know about QuickBooks, we'll be more than happy to demonstrate it. So go ahead and you can come. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. It is live, but I'm trying to find, trying to find the link. Let me see if I can mute it. Okay. I just got it muted. So uh, I don't know how to get the link again. Oh, Lord, help me. Did she say I was to do this? All right, guys, give me a minute. I am trying to get this link so I can post it. I thought there was supposed to be a shared button somewhere. All right. Y'all know I'm a mess, right? All right, let me see but there's supposed to be a shared button. I don't know that if that's it. It says quality health feedback normal. I did this last week, right? Carlita, are you still there? I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Girl, I thought I did. Hello to those over here, and uh, I thought I did, right? And all right, let me see if this is it. Share, and I'm gonna copy the link, and let me post it on top of here. Ah, I'm a mess, right? Mm-mm. Okay. All right, there is a link. I think that's it. I think that is it. I see some people over here. I'm not even sure who's here. Welcome, welcome to those who are joining us today. And if you want to actually see, if you're on Facebook, you'll be able to see the demonstration. I have QuickBooks up live. If you are in the clubhouse and you want to actually see the actual demonstration, please do go over to the link that's pinned at the top. It's the the, um, the YouTube video, and you should be able to see. I think I figured it out, Carlita. Okay, so yeah, I figured it out. So all right, all right, all right. All right, guys. So if you're over on YouTube, say hello so I know you're there. And if you're in the clubhouse, just let me know. I just want to make sure that. All right. So before I go ahead, last week, um, and I think it's loud and clear because when I went over there. All right, C, thanks. So welcome, C, welcome, Jermaine, welcome, Richie, and Sharnetta. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us today. I do a live demonstration of QuickBooks Online on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also go live in this revenue retention room Monday to Thursday, and we share all things about bookkeeping, accounting, knowing your numbers, and business if you have any of such questions. And then on Friday, we go live in the live online learning club. And inside of there, we share with you financial stuff, all things about finances. Okay, we are not going to edit that. All right, so today, last week, we actually did for you, we show you how to set up your charts of account. So if you want to see that video, make sure you go back and watch that video. So what I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to show you the 3 ways that you can enter information inside of your QuickBooks Online. So we have currently open the QuickBooks Online, the sample company. So I'm actually going to show you how we can enter the QuickBooks information into the QuickBooks Online. Let me set my, so that I can make sure that you guys are hearing me over here on. Okay, so just a quick review of how you navigate inside of QuickBooks. So the left panel right over here where it's dark, there are some stuff over here. So you're going to navigate from here, and then over on the to the right, there's a gear icon, and it actually gives you some information here and allow you to enter information as well. But we're going to basically use the left navigation bar, right along the left navigation bar. So this is actually your dashboard. You can look at your dashboard 2 ways, and then your bank. Now in your bank, there is an app transaction, which is if you're connected to Stripe or Square, those transactions will show up here. There are rules that you can create for stuff coming into your QuickBooks, and then there's tags you can create if you want to track like a specific project, or if you have like different locations, different ways that you can track stuff inside of QuickBooks. And then this is receipts. You can actually put your receipts inside of QuickBooks. And then we have the sales tabs, the sales tab, cash flow, your expenses, and this is where you can set up projects. And we have payroll. If you're doing payroll, it's going to be there. You can't, if you don't pay payroll, does require a subscription. And then you can look at your reports from right here. And we're not, and then we have sales taxes. And then if you're tracking mileage, you can track your mileage right inside of QuickBooks Online by using this one. Your accounting is that's where we set up your charts of account and do your bank reconciliation. And then this is the accountant, and this is because this is an accountant copy. Now, before I show you how to enter stuff inside of QuickBooks, another thing so the first thing you do when you get your QuickBooks, even before you connect your bank account, I do know that there is a prompt. There is a prompt for you to actually set up your bank account. But before you set up your bank account, you want to set up your charts of account. That's the first thing you want to set up. And I recommend that you set up your charts of account first before you start. The very next thing that you want to set up, and I'm going to go over that. The very next thing that you want to set up is, okay, so Richie has raised her hand. Let me see. Okay, Richie, I'm going to have you come to the stage. The very next thing that you want to set up after you set up your charts of account. Hey, Derek. I don't know. Richie, I was trying to bring you to the stage, but it's okay. I guess something happened. We'll try again, Richie. So if you want to come to the stage, raise your hand, and then I'll try and bring you up again. So the very next thing that you do after you set up your charts of account is you're going to go to your sales and set up your products and services. Thanks, Derek. And set up. Let me, Carly, I'm going to make you moderator. I know you can't talk, Derek, but at least. So if anyone raise their hand, you can bring them to the stage. Um, So the very next thing you're going to do is set up your products and services. The reason why you want to set up your products and services is this: the products and services is going to be tied to your income account. It's going to be tied to your income account. So when you go ahead and categorize your bank feed, you would have already had your products and services set up inside of your QuickBooks Online. So now you can do either of two ways. You can either do this, export it to a spreadsheet so you can see exactly how they have it. If this will open for me. Last time it didn't open, so I don't know if it's going to open from the sample company. But if you open it in a spreadsheet so you can see the topics and the lines that are there, then you would be able to go into the spreadsheet and update the spreadsheet with all the information that you, so you put, or you can put them in one at a time. You can put them in one at a time. So to enter it one at a time, you go to new. And I do not like to do things hard. I like to do things smart. So you go to new. Now, if you are doing a service, then this is the one you use. If you have products, then you would. So for people who have like books or t-shirt, caps, hats, and stuff like that, they can go ahead and use the inventory. But we're gonna say it's a service, so we're gonna hit the service. And our service, because we're a bookkeeping business, we're gonna say bookkeeping, and then we're not gonna put it. We can do a category right now. We're not putting this in any category right here. Actually, we can do a whole new category. This is not gonna. Now you can also add an image. Hey Jackie, you can add an image. So you hit this pencil and you can pick an image. If you have an image for the product, if you see a book, you can add your book right there. And this says I sell this product or service to my customer. You can put a description right here if you want this to be on your sales form. And then because I'm I need to be able to be flexible with my rate. I leave it right at, but I'm going to put a rate in because I want this one to have. And then the income account, this is where when you set up your charts of account, you want to know what's income you're in. So you can either this have a whole bunch because it's so we want this to go to service. Now, when you set up your chart of account, you do want to set up it so you can see when your reports are printed, you can see your income in a certain way. So here, so we're going to say service. We're going to, now if you're putting this all together, you do save and new, it will clean it. And then I'm going to put in consulting, and I'm going to put 147. And guys, if you're just coming in, you can go over to the YouTube channel. The link is at the top. You can just click the link and go over to the YouTube channel so you can see the actual demonstration. And then we're going to save and close because I'm not entering. So if you notice right at the top here, it shows the bookkeeping. This is the one I just put in. This one I just put in. Now, so now you'd have had all your products and services, whatever your products are, whatever your services, you enter this. If you have books, if you have t-shirt, if you have hats, those you can also enter. If you choose to do it in an Excel spreadsheet, I would, like I said, download the Excel spreadsheet. It's not opening for me. So, oh, there it is. I don't know if it will fully open. We'll see if it's fully open. And it will show you the edit. Okay, there it is. Oh Lord, let me close all of this stuff that's sitting on here. So inside of here, it these are the heading. You can update these, and then once you have update them, get the any. So it gives you the different heading. You can update this with your own information, and then what you do once you're done, you can import them. You can just hit import, and it's gonna go to. You can browse your computer. You can also, if you have it in a Google Sheet, you can take it back from there. And then that will put, if you, that's if you have a lot of stuff, you can just import them and put them right back into your QuickBooks Online. So that's the second thing you do. Now, you can either enter your customers and your vendors before you start, or you can do it as you go along. Is there any question? Any question? Any comments? Thank you for those who are joining me over on, I think it's Facebook. Hey, I'm not even going to try and call your whole name. Carlita, is there anything you think I should have touched on before I move on? Okay. All right. So, any question in the Facebook group? I know there's some people over here on Facebook. If you have any question, please put it. I hope I'm seeing all the comments. I know that. All right. And then if you are on YouTube, let me check that and make sure there's no comment over there. Live chat. Okay. So we're good over there. All right. So that this is you now be basically set up to use your QuickBooks Online. The next thing you want to do is connect your bank account. And because this is a sample version, it's going to give us an error because we can't connect this one because it's a sample version. But when you click on your bank, it's going to give you a prompt to link your bank account. And I'm going to do it inside of here so you can actually see if manage connection. It won't give it to me, so I'm not even going to try. And that's because this is an actual, this is this is a sample company. Mackens, if you want to see the demonstration we're doing, the link at the top will take you to YouTube where you can see the actual demonstration of QuickBooks Online. So this is already connected. There's no way for me to actually show you inside of here, but the prompts are very easy. To connect your bank account, you're going to need your online password and know which bank it is. This is not allowing me to do it. So now, once you connect your bank account, something I want you to be aware of. Some banks will allow you to go a year back. Some will allow you to go a year and a half back. Some will allow you to go 2 years back. So it's depending on how much information you want to put into your QuickBooks. I suggest, this is just my suggestion, and I will take if Carlita or Derek want to come in and share. I suggest you at least do 2 years back. That's just my, so the current year that you're doing it and the year before. The reason why I suggest that you do a year before, it gives you the ability to compare your data. It gives you the ability to compare your data. So Carlita, what is your suggestion? Okay. Okay, so that's my suggestion, and that's because I'm actually moving into the CFO field. So I want to have that data so we can help you to make decision for your business. So here's the caveat though. Like I said, some bank only give you a year, some give you I think the least I've seen is a year. And really, hmm so yes, and I have done it manually, but I don't sit and enter it manually, Curly, because that's not just my forte. Because you all know I don't like this stuff, so I have to find the easiest way to get it done. So yeah, I actually have a software that converts it into QuickBooks, and I just put it in. It takes me a couple minutes. It cost me a pretty buck, but it saved me a lot of time. So that you have to be mindful of. So you go back. So inside of the bank feed, this is actually the bank feed. So you can connect your bank account, your checking account, saving account, and a credit card. Now you can connect PayPal. PayPal will show up on your banking tab, right? It will show on your banking tab. I know Stripe, I don't know if they have yet put it in a Stripe. Nope, they did. Nope. So Amazon, you can connect if you have a business Amazon account, you can connect it. The transaction will show up here. Square and Stripe will show up here, but PayPal will show up on as another tab on here. So this is actually a holding area. So when you connect your bank account, it doesn't mean that your information is actually inside of QuickBooks. So you won't be able to see that information inside. This is a holding area. And once this is inside of your holding area, if you notice that these has no, it's not showing any green on here. These says match found. This is because these transaction is already inside of QuickBooks. So when you go to your bank feed, you're going to see things that were already inside of your QuickBooks is going to show as a match. And then, so you have the date, the description, you can adjust the columns. You can adjust the columns, you know, that so you can, if you don't want to see all this information, you can go to the gear icon right here, and you can take any or add stuff that you want to see. This says 50. I'm gonna put this at 300 because I want to see a lot of the screen. Another thing you can do, if I could find this, you can make this screen bigger. So now I'm seeing all of this. So this is stuff that you pay. This is money that you received, and then action. Now inside of action, we're going to open this one. If it's money that's received, you can categorize, you can find a match, or you can record as a transfer. Some stuff will already show up as a transfer if it's coming from a bank from a financial institution, because I shouldn't say bank. It's coming up from a financial institution. If it's coming from a financial institution, it's going to show up as a transfer, right? It's going to show up as a transfer. Now, so this here is, you can categorize it, and you'd have had your charts of accounts, so you'd have known. So this is, I think this is service. So you can put it right there. You can do service. You can put a memo in if you like. Now, if this was already inside of QuickBooks, you can do find match. And what it will do, it goes out and look at all the invoices that are here. And you can look to see, oh, nope, we don't see one. So there's no invoice already inside of QuickBooks for this. So we can close that, and then we can just go ahead and says this is service income. If it will let me do it. And where is our, there we go, service. And then you can hit the add button. So that's, you can add. So you see the rest of it now. You can add the transaction. You can view a transaction. You can match it. And I recommend that you review before you match. You review the information, make sure it's correct. Because this one says 2 matches found, right? So you can click on the matches right here, and it will open a window to show you the different transactions that are available. So this one says this is an expense for $75. This says it's a bill payment, but this says booked by Betsy. So you can choose the correct one before you match it. Sometimes it does not always choose the correct one for you, so you have to choose the correct one. So we could just choose this one and says match. And now that's now entered inside of your QuickBooks. Guys who are coming in, if you want to see the actual demonstration of QuickBooks Online, the link is at the top for the YouTube channel, and you can just click on it and you'll see the live demonstration. Even the ones that says match, I like to click on them, make sure it's correct, it's the correct one, because the match is going to match it based on the amount. They look for different things and match them, so you can match them right inside of here. And now that is entered, that's matched, and it's now inside of your QuickBooks Online. So that is it for your bank feed. You can match them, you can view, you can add, and this is actually helps you to get stuff. So that's one way to add stuff inside of your QuickBooks. Now, the other way that you can add stuff inside of your QuickBooks is you can actually do new, and if it's a bill, you can enter it as a bill. So when you enter as a bill, you enter it to pay at a later date. When you enter as an expense, it's like if you have a receipt, a sales receipt, and you're going to enter it right away. So this, and also your expense is going to give you, if you enter stuff into your QuickBooks as expenses, it's going to show up as a cash payment. So if you wanted to see your account in a cash format, then you enter stuff as expense. If you want to see basically stuff as an accrual, then you want to enter it as a bill, because you're going to enter it as a bill date and not as the pay date. Now, when you enter it as an expense, you're going to enter it as the date that it's paid. All right, so you can enter it right inside of here. You can also enter the check. You can do a check inside of here. And then once these are entered in here, now if you enter it as a bill, you have to make sure to go back and pay the bill. So if you enter the bill, you also have to pay the bill. Now, I don't know that we use these a lot anymore, but these are the 4 that you want to understand and make sure you're entering. So if you want to see everything as a cash, so you want to do all your reports and stuff as cash, then you enter everything as expense. If you want to see it as accrual, you want to enter it as bill, which means that it's entered at the day that it was purchased, or the bill date or the invoice date. And then you have to make sure if you enter it as as a bill, you also have to go back in and do the process of payment. So hit an expense. Now you put a payee, and if it was paid from a checking account, or if it was, and you can choose what account it was paid from right here. Visa, you put the date, and you can do American Express. A reference number you can add if you want to add a tag. And then this is where you do the category, and you can write a description. You can enter the payment name, and then you put the amount in. Something to bear in mind is if you are also, say, let's say this expense was for a customer, you could enter the information right here. Another thing is that you can also scan a copy of the receipt, and you can just hit attachment, and it's going to open your computer, and then you can choose the receipt. You can go to your picture file, choose a receipt, and then attach the receipt to that expense. All right, is there any question? Any questions? So guys, over here in Clubhouse, if you would like to see the demonstration, please do click the link at the top and go over to YouTube where you can see that demonstration. So we're gonna put a vendor in. So let's see what vendor they have in here. We're gonna put the insurance, and we're gonna use today's date. We said we're gonna use the checking account, and we're gonna send them a check, and we're gonna call that for today, 2022, and we're gonna say PRE. I just put it making up something. So then we choose insurance, and this is, wait, we're just gonna say, and this is BUSINE, business insurance, and we're gonna say this is 450. I'm making up this as we go, guys. So, and then now if you notice right here, there's an expense right here that says bill. There is a bill outstanding. You could choose this bill. So remember, I was saying to you, you could actually pay, enter it as a bill. If you're going to put this expense in and there is a bill that's already there, you can actually add this bill to the expense. We're not going to add this bill. We're going to close. We're going to save and close. And now we have the insurance entered inside of there. But that was actually paid, and we take the receipt and enter it. So when that was paid, it's going to show up here, and we'd be able to match it. I should look for one that's already here, right? Let's look. There's nothing here. So it would have showed up right here, and then we'd be able to match it. Right, so that's one way to enter. Now, if we had a bill and we want to enter it as a bill because we want to see the stuff as accurate when we look at our things, we do bill, and then we can choose the vendor. And some vendor has terms. They have a net 30, so we put that in. Insurance, and this, the reason why this is already pre-filled is what QuickBooks does. It remembers the last transaction that you did when you, for this vendor. So I'm going to close this. If you notice at the bottom, I hope you all can see it. Can you all see it? I don't know. I don't know. I need somebody to tell me if they can see it, because I just turn me off because I'm not sure. back on the screen. I did something. I'm not able to see myself on the screen. So if you are on Clubhouse, if you are on YouTube or Facebook, I'm going to say goodbye and we'll talk to you guys next Tuesday over there. All right.